Okay, this is very impromptu, and I don't know if I'm going to do this again, but I need to talk about this, and, okay, I need to talk about it now, because I don't think I'm going to be able to, talk about it later. Or maybe I will. I don't know. Okay, so, I just watched The Devil Wears Prada with Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep, because I'm doing this thing where I'm watching a bunch of movies starring girls and sometimes directed by girls, although I haven't done one yet. That's not important. So I just watched a lot of women movies, and I was like, okay, I know about this movie. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. I heard that it's maybe a classic or something. So I was like, it's been in the back of my head. So I'm like, okay, I'm just whatever. I need to watch a movie. I'm gonna watch this. So I started watching it, and let me explain something. Okay, I'm a little dumb. Okay, I'm a little stupid. But it's endearing how dumb I am, right? That being said, I didn't understand anything that happened in this movie. And I feel really stupid when I say that, because this movie shouldn't be that complicated. For those who haven't seen it, it's about Andy Sachs, Anne Hathaway's character. She wants to be a journalist in New York. So, she ends up getting a job at Runway, which is a fashion magazine run by Miranda, Meryl Streep's character, and, the whole thing is oh, Miranda is really uptight and bossy, blah, 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 but she gets the job done. And, there's this monologue where she's explaining to Andy, fashion and how important it is. And, from that clip, it's oh, Andy's gonna learn that, fashion is cool or whatever. But then I was watching the movie, and I was really confused. I was really confused. I'm gonna say a statement. I need you guys to just lock in on me when I say this, okay? This movie is like High School Musical 2. Let me explain. So, in High School Musical 2, the main conflict is that everyone is mad at Troy because Troy is working on his future and schmoozing with people instead of hanging out with his friends. And, yeah, it is bad. What Troy is... Hold on. No. Is what Troy is doing bad? I don't think it is. I just don't. The nigga getting his money up, getting his future set in order so he can go to college and have a prolific career, right? So it's his friends getting mad at him for working on stuff so he can do shit after high school? Little weird. Really, really weird. And that's a big crux of this movie. Andy wants to work in journalism, right? This is literally the job to get her foot in the door. And she's working a lot because the job is a little demanding. She's an assistant to Miranda, right? And she has a boyfriend named Nate. And Nate has a birthday. And Andy's like, oh boy, I'm going home early because I get to go to my boyfriend's birthday party at our apartment with our friends. And then she can't make it because she has to help at an event, and she gets home really late with a cupcake and a candle. I'm sorry for being late. This nigga is pissed that she missed his birthday party. Actually mad that she wasn't there. And it's I feel like he's in the wrong. Because if that was my girlfriend and work came up, whatever, I live with you, I'll see you, I'll be bummed, but work is work, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I feel like I'm weird for not caring about that. But I'm not a demographic for this movie. I can admit that, but I don't know. And then, okay, so Emily Blunt is in this movie. She plays a character named Emily. Wow, just made the connection. So, what am I trying to say? It's foreshadowed earlier in the movie that Paris is a big event they're going to, like a runway show in Paris, and Emily really wants to go. So, Miranda decides to take Andy instead. No reason is given, just decides Andy's better. I want her there. And so Andy has to tell Emily that she's not going to Paris and that she is. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing this scene on the phone, and she's like, hey, I have to tell you something when you come to the office. Emily gets hit by a fucking car. Emily literally gets hit by a fucking car. Fucking car. And Andy then has to tell her in the hospital, like, hey, sorry your leg is broken. Also, you're not going to Paris. But, like, the reason, like, Andy had the choice to say no, but Miranda was like, oh, I'll just think, oh, like, Miranda was, like, not gonna help her. Like, what am I trying to say? If Andy didn't go to Paris, Miranda was going to think that she wasn't taking her job seriously or, like, journalism seriously, like, at all. And so that's like saying, hey, like, I'm going to, like, ruin you if you don't come. Now that sounds really bad. Anyway, so, but, like, it's a big opportunity. I don't know. I would have done the same thing. Like, I would have taken the job and went to Paris. Oh, pardon me. Randomly on. So, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong for that? Like, am I the bad guy? Am I the bad guy for not thinking what Andy's doing is wrong if it's for the betterment of her career? You know? Because runway's not forever, so she's she's doing all she can to, like, get that year in, and so she can move on to something else. Right? That's the whole point. Is the message of the movie to not be goal-oriented enough that you hurt your friends? And to just be it enough so that you can... Is the movie saying that work shouldn't come before, like, everything else? Is that what it's trying to say? But, like, in today's times, when you're poor, Andy lives in New York, okay? So it's like, I feel like the money is a little more important, you know? And sacrifices have to be made, right? But it's all for the bread. And am I in the wrong? Am I supposed to agree with the movie and say, yeah, Andy, you shouldn't put work before everybody else? Nigga, fuck them. Get the paper. Am I in the wrong? And they're spoilers. Spoilers. Who's gonna watch this? Whatever. Okay, so... I'm sorry, the thought... You guys don't care about this movie. Anyway, sorry. Some probably do. Whatever. At the end of the movie, like, near the end, what is it? Oh, Stanley Tucci's character was in line for a big promotion, but then Miranda gave it to somebody else, and it, like, the way it explained it, it was like she was saying of, like, how she got away with it, like, as if she was, like, a murderer or something. But then then Miranda compares Andy to herself. Andy's like, I'm not like you. And she's like, oh, well, you fucked over Emily so you can come to Paris. And in my head, I'm like, nigga, you threatened her. You literally threatened her. That wasn't really you didn't really give her a choice. This is her first magazine job, and it's with you. You awful person. What the fuck? Was that a setup? Excuse me? So, they're in a limo while all this is being talked about, and then when they get to their destination, Andy just says, fuck it, and goes home. Literally just quits. Crazy. So at the end of the movie, it's just her getting another job, and the guy interviewing her is like, I got a fax from Miranda who said you were a disappointment, but if I didn't hire you, I'd be a fool. So she helped her out anyway. Cool. Got it. Right. They're making a Devil Wears Prada too, and I watched the trailer immediately after after I finished the movie. I have to see the first one. That's so fucking dumb. Anyway, and I'm so confused. Why is Andy going back to Runway? Why is she going back? Better yet, why is she hanging out with Miranda the whole movie? You know, what's with that? Like, they did the shot of like, oh, Andy's back. But I'm like, why is Andy back? And like, the movie's gonna tell me that, but then that means I have to go to the movie theater, buy a ticket for Devil Wears Prada 2, buy a bucket of popcorn and an icy to eat while I sit in the theater and watch Devil Wears Prada 2 on the big screen. Who asked for this? Is the well run dry? If this movie does good, are we gonna get a third? Is there gonna be a fucking Devil Wears Prada trilogy? What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know if I understand the Devil Wears Prada. Again, I'm not in the demographic for this movie. I feel like there's a very big racial barrier between me and this movie, and that's fine. It's important to watch things that confuse you along with watching things that you actually like watching. But, like, am I dumb? Please, someone let me know if I'm dumb, because I feel really dumb for not understanding this movie. I really feel dumb about it. I don't get it. Also, I'll leave you with this. Back in the limo scene where Miranda's telling Andy that she's like her and shit, I started to cry because the Devil Wears Prada. Because that Miranda is literally the devil, and she wears Prada. Guys, it's in the fucking title. Okay. Thank you for listening to this rant. I wanted to make a better video this month, but I didn't, so I made this instead. I hope you all enjoy. I will see you all in a future video. Goodbye.